Open a window.
From here, we are unable to see the interior of the Colonial Collection Room.
Ah. University. Oh, study book.
Materials for college study. They belong to Albert.
Must be her perfume. Navigation
A
book.
book about ships. Nothing at all to do with plants.
And gloves.
These leather gloves are new and of good quality. They do not appear to have been used. This place serves as Albert's office.
Hmm. What else have we got? I can close the window. Yeah, we only needed to open it to see if we could see into the collection, and you cannot. Okay. What's this? Nursery.
Locked.
Oh. Why? Oh, I don't need to look at the map again. Oh, I can look at it. I can examine everything again. Whoa, okay. This is one hell of a place. Oh! Even if you could see into the Colonial Collection, it's all blocked off by a hedge. Who's this lead? These are the offices.
Locked.
Of course. Okay, never mind. Yeah, this guy is the one who's most suspicious about why the collection was cleared.
Mr. Hamish, can you tell us who holds the keys to the locked greenhouses?
That would be Albert, Mr. Dunn's son. Yes, Albert keeps all the keys, and one can only imagine why.
What do you mean?
Well, he was never interested in Kew Gardens before, and now all of a sudden he's trying to act as if he owns the place. I think he wants to take over the management here. He'd do better to leave that to me. He has no experience. No, none at all.
Okay.
What is your opinion of Albert as a student of botany?
He's useless. I often tell him so, and I can only give him cleaning tasks. Botany is not his life's work, and his father well knew it. He was furious about it.
He was?
Oh yes. He forced his son to work here, and he never missed an opportunity to criticize him publicly.
Are you able to elaborate on that?
Well, for example, with our last exhibition here, Mr. Dunn had Albert make a presentation speech. But then, while the lad was speaking, Mr. Dunn interrupted him, asking him difficult questions, making him look like a failure. It was with the intention of making a fool of him, Mr. Holmes.
That must have been terribly humiliating.
Yes, he was crushed, and he had to leave. Everybody was making fun of poor Albert. That is, except for Miss Margaret White, who is such a nice lady and who always takes pity on Albert.
You mentioned a Miss White. Would you tell us more about her?
She is a student who works here part-time. She is quite charming indeed. She possesses a great talent for botany. You should take a look at some of her experiments that she carried out in the laboratory. Ah, if only she were not so naive.
Why naive?
The way she used to flutter around Mr. Montague Dunn. And he couldn't help but be flattered by all her attention. How could an intelligent woman such as Miss White not see through his game? I can only scratch my head and wonder.
Sounds
Thank you, Mr. Hamish. We shall
jealous.
continue our investigation.
A little. Right, Albert, I need some keys. He'll easily give me them, it's fine.
Do you hold the keys to all of these locked doors?
Yes, you can have them. But I cannot give you the keys to the cloakroom. The employees' effects are private. I am sure you understand.
That's fair.
Thank you, young man. We shall see you again soon.
Where the hell is the cloakroom? Is that part of the offices? Aha! Oh,
Locked.
that's...
Holmes, Albert Dunn didn't give us the key to this door.
It does not matter. We will open it.
Okay. Never mind. Oh my. What the hell? Okay, so this has gotten a little, more complex. Oh god, really? It's a lot more pieces that need moving. Oh. Okay. Oh, I can move it. Ew. Oh, there we go. I didn't even realise I could move them.
Open.
No, well, before that, I still think Hamlin's the guilty party.
This is a table for experiments. It resembles my own.
Only this one is kept in good order, Holmes.
Cheeky.
A phonograph used for voice recording. Remarkable.
Yes, this is quite a modern laboratory.
Oh.
I don't hear anything. I don't hear anything.
Oh. We probably put it on first.
Martin Hamish's perception of plants. The notion of communication in the plant world has long been considered marginal, yet I remain convinced that some plants do indeed transmit chemical signals in the event of attack.
A study report by Martin Hamish.
245S.
And it seems clear from these multiple experiments that plants do respond to their environment and have a form of consciousness. Margaret White, February 1895. Report number 245.
Study report.
Evidence required.
Chemicals. A sufficient quantity for some serious experiments.
Oh, botanical section.
A botany book.
University of Cambridge. Albert Dunn.
This student's book belongs to Albert.
Huh. Alright, what else we got? Wait a minute, so... Oh, right, of course. One of them's missing.
It appears as though the protective equipment is missing from here.
At least one of them is.
Gloves, waterproof aprons, everything one might need for self-protection.
Do they grow dangerous plants here?
And it was mentioned. Oh, yeah. Oh. Laboratory table, wet bottle trace.
There was a bottle here. It left behind a trace of the substance that pervaded the laboratory.
Gold dust? Good heavens. What's it doing here?
The gold is almost immune to chemical attacks, so it may be a valuable auxiliary for various experiments.
But why would anyone perform such experiments in a botanical garden?
Why, indeed.
Several drops of the substance were spilled. Someone carried this bottle around.
There's also more on the floor.
Several drops of the bottle is no longer here, but it is possible to detect a faint scent. We need a good nose.
Nice, we need to go and get Toby again. There seems to be a fair bit of stuff to actually explore.
Locked.
Ah. So, okay, we have a lot of stuff here. Photograph.
A photograph of Montague Dunn and Reynold Hamish.
Champagne.
Champagne. Montague Dunn had good taste.
Oh.
French wine. A remarkable vintage.
Basically, he had good taste. Director's desk. Oh, gloves. We have a letter. My dearest Margaret, following our last conversation, I believe it might be better if you vacate your position here at Kew Gardens. As you pointed out quite bluntly, you are no longer in need of my support. You are quite able to stand up for yourself in this world, as you say. Well, I give you back your freedom and wish you nothing but good luck.
Newspapers discussing Kew Gardens.
The new plant species. The Kew Gardens team are pleased to announce the successful production of a new variety of barley, one that retains a complete resistance to the cold. They have named it the Siberian barley. Mr. Martin Hamish, the proud cultivator of the graft, will hold a press conference next Monday morning upon this very subject. I also never read any of these. Margaret White. Ah, there's one other person. Oh. Martin Hamish is unmarried. His hands and nails resemble those of a gardener. They are dirty and swollen. He is short-sighted, wearing bifocals to correct his vision. He is very plain. He works hard to the point of neglecting his appearance, and it's sadly unlikely that he has any female companion. He lives alone. Albert Dunn is a nervous and anxious young man, clearly evident by his bitten fingernails. He uses a quantity of detergent with which to clean his hands, which is a poor decision seeing as he handles plants and soil. His eyes are red. He has been weeping very recently. His age tells us that he is still at university. He is good-looking, unmarried, and probably still lives with his mother. Margaret White. Miss Margaret White is a beautiful young lady who appears moderately wealthy. Nevertheless, her hands can be seen to be marked by tiny brown dots. They were caused by pellagra, a condition that emerges after a prolonged period of malnutrition. They reveal that her childhood was a poor and unhappy one. However, the signs of wealth that we can see now clearly indicate a significant change in her life. What the hell? Find a use of the keys. As is the statue, search the archives. Damn. Have a fair few things. And there's also a safe. Oh, what? What the hell? Oh! Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ah, shit. It's a da. 5, 6, 7. Okay. Oh, I see how this is working. Yeah, it's doing like 3 at a time. Ah, crap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10. 1, 2, 3. Oh, there we go. Phew! Kaboom! We're in. Ooh! What did he have in here then? Lots of letters. A whole lot of letters.
I suggest that we don't tell Miss Margaret White about this document.
Debt of Miss Margaret White to Mr. Oh. Personal loan. Rental of a suite of rooms at Oxford Street, an educational scholarship at London University. Credits opened at Hamilton, Radigan House Tailors, and at Bard & Sons Luxury Jewellers. Oh. Letter of complaint. Mr. Dunn, we must ask you for the last time for the return of our dear sisters. You do not have any right to hold them imprisoned. They do not belong to you. Your so-called permissions are wholly false. You are hiding behind lies. The lie, we need not elaborate, that was reported in the press as the case of June 14th, 1889. What you have done is quite abhorrent. Be very sure that we shall never abandon our family members. We trusted you and regret having done so. The Divine Syndicate. Oh dear. And another letter. A lawyer's help. My dear friend, please allow me to express my disappointment upon reading your last letter. I am paying you to defend me, not to accuse me. Kew Gardens is a royal institute. We are granted the great opportunity to travel the world and to save the most extraordinarily precious and rare species of plants. Our duty is to protect such species and from those who might wish to use them for dubious purpose. This Divine Syndicate of whom you speak have no right to hold such precious plants. Remember the case of June 14th, 1889. So I must respectfully ask you once again to notarize the permission on these plants on behalf of Kew Gardens. The documents were sent to you on Monday. P.S. See you in Boodles on Tuesday, as always. Okay. Alright. Oh yeah, we also have the cloakroom too.
The employee's cloakroom.
Oh, whoops. Walk on in. Miss White's locker.
Miss White's locker.
A jewel box? What the hell? Oh my.
These jewels must be worth a small fortune.
Jeez. White's
A
request.
draft of the letter that Miss White sent to her parents.
Dear Mother and Father, I am writing this letter with reluctance to ask for your help. My studies and my housing costs have proven to be more expensive than I had anticipated. I fear, therefore, that I may not be able to manage in the long term. I know that we have had our disagreements in the past. Would you be so heartless as to allow your daughter to fail her studies due to lack of money?
Apparently, Miss White is a capable student.
Was that everything there?
Miss White's locker.
Ah, there's another letter. I didn't even see it. A vanity
A
purse.
vanity purse. It is of high quality.
Yeah, very. Oh. A letter. Letter from the family. Margaret, we were surprised to receive your letter. How could you think to ask us for money after all these years that have passed since you left and without any thought of us? You have never shared with us any detail of your success at the university, but you choose to do so now. We suppose you must be ashamed of us, for we are not from the same high class as your new friends. Yes, we are modest people, but you should learn to put your family first, as we at home have always done. And none of us ever compromise their reputation, as it appears you have already with your employer, Mr. Dunn. No, Margaret, it is you who makes us feel ashamed. Your parents. Oh God. Dear Margaret, I know how your financial troubles are overwhelming you at this present time. Please let me reassure you that I could not permit you to remain in such a dilemma. I was born of a wealthy family. I would consider it an honour if you might accept my help. Your devoted servant, Albert. What the hell? Oh. Right, so we have Martin Hamish's.
Hamish's locker.
Photograph. I don't know who. It's Martin and someone else. Our father and I.
Father and I. Kew Gardens.
A letter from Martin Hamish,
Martin
chemistry
Hamish
books.
studied chemistry. Interesting.
Green Thumb.
A review on rare and exotic plants. Martin Hamish has written several pieces.
Mr. General Secretary, regarding events unfolding at Kew Gardens, oblige me to renew my application for the management position. As I have stated already in my previous letters, I believe that no one is better suited for the post. While Mr. Montague Dunn was alive, I understood your reservation to my suggestion. Your reasons were political, and so I was happy to comply. But now the Kew Gardens lie in disorder. How can I stand by and allow it? How can I leave them in the hands of inexperienced people with no motivation? I must urge you to cast your decision as a matter of urgency, so that I may devote myself entirely to the noble task ahead and free my mind from this uncertainty. Jeez.
Albert's locker.
Oh my. He has plenty. I see there's something... Yeah, I see that.
Specialist articles on shipyards and ship construction. Albert Dunn has a great passion for shipbuilding and the sea.
A refusal
A
letter.
rejection letter from the British Royal Naval College.
Sir, it is my regret to inform you that despite your excellent results within our entry examinations, we are unable to invite you into the Royal Navy School. Your father, Mr. Montague Dunn, has expressed his intention to entrust to you the directorship of the Royal Botanic Gardens in Kew, and it is clear that he would not release you for an entire year of naval training. Please accept all our best wishes for your future at Kew Gardens. Yours very faithfully... Oh. Damn. And obviously it's this photograph.
A picture of Miss White and Albert in front of the University of London.
And they seem to get along.
Well, there's all that. Right, now that we have the key, we can go in the nursery too.
Locked.
Hooray! Ooh.
We can see the interior of the Colonial Collection Room from this window.
Yeah. Another work desk. Martin Hamish's book. Of course, this would be his desk, so he could watch as what's-his-face dies.
A thesis written by Martin Hamish.
I'm still thinking it's him that did it.
A glasses case. It is empty. This area serves as Martin Hamish's office.
Diplomas.
An award presented to Martin Hamish for Best Grower of the Year. A master's degree diploma. It belongs to Martin Hamish.
What else we got? So this is Hamish's, like, workspace.
These young plants must be delicate if they are kept in the nursery.
It's weird though, they have offices. But then certain areas serve as their offices. It's just a bit odd. I think that's everything. Oh hell. It doesn't seem like I can do much else in here. Up bust. Oh! It's the statue of Mr. Dunn. Ah.
I am curious if the marble that we found will fit this place. Here it is. The marble fragment that we found in the Colonial Collection Room is what they have in common.
Wait, they can't have hit him with this. Oh, I thought there was going to be something on the back. Not on the bottom. Interesting. It's weird because I couldn't... Oh, there we go.
Bust of Montague Dunn.
And that chunk of marble we found was from the statue. New
The
seeds.
seeds of plant species are stored here.
Right, well, Hamish is looking more and more the suspect, so not looking good for him. Considering there's a bust in the nursery, which serves as his office. His letter to the... I think it was like to the government about becoming the manager. Kew Gardens.
Mr. Hamish, was someone from your family connected with Kew Gardens?
Family? No. I'm the only one with a passion for botany.
Fragment from a statue. Photographed with father.
I do not think so. This photograph of you and your father at Kew Gardens suggests the opposite.
But you have no right to.
Do tell us more about your father.
He was, indeed, the greatest botanist of his time in the British Empire. He worked together with Montague Dunn until the end of his life. He brought me in at the age of 12.
Did he get on well with Mr. Dunn?
No, I couldn't say that. They expanded Kew Gardens together, that was all. And it was all my father's work, for Dunn always lived the high life.
So Mr. Dunn was not helping your father?
Oh yes, he provided the financial support. And as far as he was concerned, that fulfilled his role. But the worst of it was, he declared himself as the master of Kew Gardens. Fame meant nothing to my father. So it was easy for Mr. Dunn to take all the credit.
The bust.
There is a bust of Montague Dunn in the nursery.
A bust? Oh, that old thing. Further proof of that outrageous ego of his.
But why in that room in particular?
Oh, I don't know. It has always been there.
Fragment from a statue.
It is strange, because I recovered a fragment of the bust inside the Colonial Collection Room.
Really? Oh, well, so I am mistaken. It ought to have been removed during the cleanup. This room is so small.
Do you know who moved it?
I have no idea. Surely Mr. Dunn requested it. Do you have any more questions like this? Because fragments of rock are not my responsibility.
Evidently. Thank you, Mr. Hamish. We shall continue our investigation.
Then I'll go and speak with Albert.
I perceive that you are passionate about the Royal Navy.
Passionate? No, not really. I like ships, that is all.
Are you quite sure? You do not seem to be so interested in plants.
It's difficult, that's all. My future is here. It has never been about anything else.
Wrong. Oh, his hopes.
And yet I know that the Royal Naval College rejected your application.
Ah, you truly are as clever as they say. Yes, that's correct. And in fact, my father was strongly against the idea. He did his best to ruin my plans, although I almost did succeed. But my dreams were shattered, Mr. Holmes.
Thank you, young man. We shall see you again soon.
Now, we need to go and get Toby. We also have a lot of stuff to research. Right. The biggest street. Oh, we've actually been at the Kew Gardens for a while. So far, it's not exactly looking like it's a massive case. It's a similar length to probably case 3, I think. We can take Toby, but I don't want to just yet. Oh, we don't need to examine anything. I need to just search archives. Oh wow! Search for rare plants, botany. Right, so rare plants. Research under botany. Oh wait, isn't that encyclopedias? Botany, there we go. Exotic plants, potentially? So, a list of exotic plants. So, these plants have a certain toxicity in common, more or less variable. Ah, there we go. Dionea carnivorous. All of the plants that were stolen were poison plants. Huh. Prunus seratina, Florum diabolica. Only the first 3 can be dangerous to humans, particularly Florum diabolica, but only under very specific conditions. The plant should react to a process of aggression, against which it will issue deadly spores.
Here it is.
Oh. So, quite interesting. Symbol on the back. Okay, the symbol is not from Kew Gardens. This glyph means divine. Divine? I don't know what that'd be under. Newspapers. Research. Possibly? Poisons, wounds, criminalistics. Martial arts, marks and symbols. Oh, the Divine Syndicate. The Divine... Is it Celestic?